guys, welcome to my show, Conversation with Ayeni Princess. And with me in the studio, I have a very good friend of mine who is a software engineer. And on the show, we'll be looking at the role education has played in his career and in his life. And at the end of today's episode, we'll be able to find out if education is a scam or not. Please make welcome to the show, Olumide Oni. Hi, Olumide. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Princess. Thank you for having me.
It's so good to have you here. Thank you so much for honoring our invite.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Okay, so Olumide, my audience and I would like to know more about you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what growing up was like for you?
Okay, my name is Oni Olumide. I have a background in computer science. I am a software engineer, and growing up for me was, pretty much the average Nigerian, household. Yeah, I'm the second of three, and beyond tech, I love watching football. I love hanging out with my friends, and I'm very big on family.
Oh, that's good. Thank you for that response. So Olumide, when you were growing up, what did you want to become? What was your, career ambition? What did you want to become? When we were little, everybody wanted to become doctor, lawyer. Were you among those, kids that wanted to become a lawyer or a doctor?
I was not among those people. I think growing up for me was quite different because I didn't have an idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. Because everybody had like this thing that they could figure out like what they wanted to do, starting out. But for me, it wasn't like that. I always questioned myself, even till secondary school and after secondary school. I just kept wondering, what did I want to do? I didn't have a clear picture of that, and I struggled for that for a very long time. And then I'm grateful that later on I was able to find my niche, and when I moved into tech and I was able to meet with people, and gradually I began to discover that I had a passion for tech, and so.
Now let's talk about tech. How did you discover tech? How did you get into that, career? How did you get into that niche?
Okay, so I think everything started with pursuing a degree in computer science. Started with my ND days, but then there wasn't really much flair there or much excitement there, because I think when you grow up in the Nigerian system of education, there's always no practical space for you to grow. Codes, programming, everything is done on paper, so you really begin to question yourself, like maybe is this really what tech is about? Like there's really no excitement about it. But I think after NYC, I was lucky enough to work in a fintech, and during my time there, I was given like a project to work on. I met other developers. I was introduced to HTML, CSS, Python, programming languages.
You're mentioning a lot of jargon that many of us don't understand. Let me cut you, sorry. So you said something about fintech. What does fintech mean?
So fintech basically, works about bringing finance and technology together. So you're building a software that, handles finance part of the business and how the business communicates with customers, and making everything, putting everything in the technological space basically. So where the customers are able to interact with your product or system, or So.
Okay, thank you for that response. So Olumide, what do you think about degrees in general? So if let's say you are in the position of hiring somebody, would you employ somebody without a degree, and why?
Yeah.
If yes, why would you do that?
Yeah, definitely. I think I would. I would definitely hire somebody. I think in the world where we are right now, where degree is not really, a big thing, because I feel like since COVID, the world has changed a lot. We have people, self-learning, people diverting their field, people that study maybe accounting, moving into the tech space, moving into other spaces. So I think degree are not like a determinant factor. I think degree gives you like a foundation and a structured environment for learning, where people are, study a course for 4 years and, go into that line and finish that course. But I don't think that's the determinant for employing people. I think skills, experience, and values are one of most of the determinants for hiring people, not just degree.
Oh, thank you. That was a great response. So what role has education played in your own career?
Yeah, I think education has given me like a background of, a structured background for learning. And as someone who started, has gone through computer science from ND to my BSc and currently pursuing a master's degree, I think education has given me that foundation to, know well equipped enough to know the things that I'm, taking on, I think it gives you like this confidence and this attitude that you build over time, taking on exams, projects, presentations in school. So I think it gives you that, like, maybe I would say a little bit of advantage in the real world compared to someone that doesn't have like an educational background or a degree. So yeah, it builds your growth and it opens door for you in terms of opportunities also. I feel like there's a lot of job that you would, if you want to apply for a job, you might say, oh, it has a 2-1, so I think it gives you, like, it opens the door for you. It is basically not a determinant for success, but it creates like an environment where you can, build up on that.
Thank you for that, Olumide. So is there a particular skill that you wish you learned in school that would have contributed to, your success at work or your career?
Oh yeah, I think that's a very good question actually. I think maybe something like communication, soft skills in general, communication, teamwork. I think these skills need to be like taught in the educational system. I feel like these are things that we miss, and also practical experiences. You and I went to Yabatech together.
Yaba the Great.
And then we knew like how we were all writing codes on paper, and we really did not. I don't think they really prepared us for like the outside world in terms of like what they really need. I feel like when I finished school and looking for a job, I wasn't prepared enough, and I wasn't well equipped enough for that, to take on that challenge yet. So I think the whole system needs to be like refurbished and organized.
In your opinion, what does the future of education looks like?
So in my opinion, I think the world has moved from the whole, my son wants to be a doctor, my son wants to be a lawyer thing. I think the new generation of young people, when you ask them this kind of question, they don't give you these basic answers like, I want to be an engineer. They tell you, I want to be an influencer, I want to be a social media. So I think education has definitely evolved over time, where having a degree in computer science or accounting isn't a determinant for how you're going to succeed. We have streamers, people like Kent and and other streamers making millions of dollars, and there we have educationalists like myself and you, like, we're just trying to get a good job, hustling. Nigeria employment, everything is bad. So I think the future of education has evolved from the traditional going to school, getting a degree. People can learn from anywhere online, pick up a course, move into different things. So I think the future of education has definitely changed from the traditional.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So Olumide, now we'll be moving on to what we call the unfiltered segment of the show. So I get to ask you 2 bold questions that has nothing to do with what we've been talking about all this while, and then you have to answer honestly without holding back. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure you're ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question: what is the biggest misconception that people have about you?
The biggest misconception people have about me. I think I would say that people think I think people don't think I'm easy to approach. I think most times I'm always like, people think I'm not like very friendly or easy to work with. But I think over time, when they get to like know me, they see that, I'm this really sweet person, and I'm very big on communication. Definitely. And I think if you're my friend, or my friends will tell you that I'm very very good at communicating with people. I know how to bring people together. Not just in the workspace, in my everyday life, working on projects with people. I just have this way of bringing people together and communicating with people. So I think that's just the biggest people.
Okay, I can take that. So my next question and my last question is, what part of yourself are you still working on?
Yeah, so one big thing I think I'm working on is imposter syndrome. I think I've been, I struggle with it. So the fear of not doing enough, not putting myself out there enough, not doing as well as my peers. That sense of achievement that, there's so much more that I still need to do, to be relevant, or to have, said, I've established myself in my field. So I think that is one big thing that I'm trying to work on.
I think it's very common amongst us, our age group. It's very common. I hope you get over it, though.
Yeah, definitely, gradually.
Thank you so much for coming on this show. This has been an awesome conversation.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been really fun.
So guys, we've come to the end of the show. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and turn on post notifications to know when this episode drops. Stay tuned.
Peace.